Hello guys, and welcome to the community stream with the Modern Combat 5 team. I'm Radu, you might know me from different chats and stuff. I'm the community manager for the game. Joining us today on a special occasion is the associate producer, Eugen, who handles a lot of what's going on behind the game on the major decisions. And Andy as well, who's also community manager and who's interacting with you on social media and stuff like that. So the purpose of today is wait a second, some people are saying sound. Can you hear me, guys? Hello. Hello.
Hi.
Hope it's just picture again.
Maybe try to turn it off and on again, and it will work.
Oh, it even says subtitles here. You saw?
Yeah. It should be working. Or maybe turn up your volume.
Yeah, I guess I'll talk closer to the mic.
Or just...
Hi, Solo Wolf. It's nice to see you. So, today we're going to be addressing a few of the questions that you've been raising for this meeting. And we're also going to play a few games with you guys, and there will probably be a few prizes and so on. This should all take about an hour. So without further ado, let's get into it. So first of all, we're going to start with the bad stuff, let's say. We know you guys had quite a lot of issues with the update, and there have been a few confusions regarding some weapons getting changed or nerfed or simply not working and so on. We have to say that due to some security measures that we're taking, we did encounter a few bugs, and this is why they haven't been acting as you would expect. We're already fixing these, and we're also addressing some of the changes that might have been too strong. So for example, we know that the Vice is we definitely needed to tone down Vice a bit, but definitely not to the degree that you are experiencing it now. Another thing is we've noticed that quite a few of you guys saying that you can't connect to the game. Recently you're getting a no connection sort of prompt, and it's not allowing you. We're also working on a fix for that, and it should be final towards the beginning of next week, but until then this is only a temporary thing, and unfortunately you just need to retry after a few minutes and so on, and you should be able to get into the game. So aside from these, we're going to go through the comments, and we're going to... so if you have a question for me or Eugene or Andy, it's just go ahead. So let's see. So on YouTube, Free Michael says you should increase the damage of Cog and Aras. So you're talking about all these sort of older weapons, so or lower tier weapons. So
yeah, well, we've seen a lot of you guys asking for this. We're looking into it, but it's really, as you've seen probably in this update, it's a bit tricky to tune the weapons, because we usually have half of you saying, whoa, this is great, and another half saying, oh my god, you ruined the game for us. But we are looking actively into it, and we're gonna do our best to address these issues as well. I'm not sure what to tell you right now. I can tell you for sure that we have at least one designer looking especially on those weapons.
I see some of you are wondering on what platform we are. The stream for today will mainly include iOS games, but we will discuss anything related to any platform. So if you're joining us from Android or Windows, don't go. Just let us know what you're interested in. Tech Made Easy is asking why did you nerf grinders? So By the way, we are going to address these in a topic as well that will be available in the description of the post, both on YouTube and Facebook. So for the answers that we're giving today, so that those of you that are joining us a bit later or that didn't quite understand what we were saying or so on will have the chance to get these in detail. So at the beginning of this stream, I was telling you about some of the unfortunate issues that we had with this update, and they came at the same time as that we've made the changes to certain weapons. So as you might have read on the patch notes, we haven't actually touched grinder at all. That's the thing, and I guess a few other weapons that if any of the weapons that you feel different haven't been mentioned in the patch notes, it's because we haven't actually touched them. So I see some people are already joining us in a game. We're gonna have a game in just a few moments, guys. So getting back to the grinder, as I said, it's not really the weapon, it's some slight server issues on our side that we are quite confident that we're able to solve in the next few days. When are you planning to combine TechMadeEasy is asking, when are you planning to combine the servers of iOS and Android? So basically about cross-platform.
Oh yeah, cross-platform is something we're really looking into because we know you guys are asking for it. Trust us, we want it, maybe even more than you guys want. We're looking into making cross-platform available for everyone, so not just iOS and Android, but even Windows. The issue we're seeing right now is that, as you are telling us, there are a lot of hacker complaints, and we want to address those issues. I can't tell you very much about that. What I can say is that we have 2 plans for this, and the whole team is working on anti-hack measures that will fix this, likely, and we'll see in the near future if we're able to do the cross-platform as soon as possible. So trust us, we're working on it, and I really don't want us to push it any further, but it's gonna take a while for us to fix those issues.
Okay, so another guy, so Awesome Uploads, is asking, why didn't you nerf the Dreadeye? So again, guys, if you follow us on Facebook, not to try to make a shameless plug here, but basically we do disseminate quite a lot of information there that's related to these kinds of things. So as we mentioned in the patch notes, we have actually nerfed the Dreadeye. We have reduced the number of bounces from 3 to 1. The problem is visually this is still or this is not reflected visually. What I mean is, in game you will still see the bullets bouncing, but it will only be the first bounce that will actually deal damage. The rest of the bounces basically deal 0 damage. So if it bounces twice and you are hit by the bullet, you will take no damage. And
just to interrupt you a bit, we're about to start the game, so I'd like to mention that yes, we're playing on iOS for now, and we're also playing a zone control on Scramble. And if you weren't able to join us yet, don't worry, because we'll keep on playing while we're talking. So just make sure you spam that refresh button, and don't worry about the passkey, because it's always going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and if it's a match created by me, GL Andy, then you should be a-okay. Now I'm just gonna try not to die while I'm also talking, so back to you, Radu. Oh, there you go.
Okay, you got killed by a bunny, so maybe.
Yeah, they're supposed to be cute, they're not supposed to kill. I don't know about you.
Cute but deadly, I guess there's a balance between the two. So again, I will try to readdress some of the things that we've already been talking, and I see some of the people, I guess, just joining us have these questions. So again, if users are, especially on Android, if you're having trouble with joining the game, you get a fail to connect screen or something similar to that. We are experiencing a few issues, but they are temporary, and so they are for short amounts of time, so you just need to retry to do it. Just a few moments later, maybe restart your router or something to get a new IP as well, and this should fix the issue. Of course, we are also working on a definitive fix that you don't have to do these kind of things, and this should be more visible in the very near future, I guess the next few weeks or so. So, few players excited again for the cross-platform. We explained it's definitely, I don't think, I mean, Eugen, oh, sorry.
It's okay, I'm just dying around
the
here.
game, yeah.
No, don't worry about
so
it.
basically, cross-platform is definitely not ready for the next update, but it's there, as in it's in the foreseeable future, so to speak.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So why does iOS doesn't have any glitches? We don't actually know which glitches are you referring to that we're finding on other platforms. But again, guys, if you're having any issues, like any problems and so on, any bugs, don't hesitate to report them to us on the forums or on our Discord channel. If you contact us through these channels directly, we can better understand what you're facing, and you can also confirm when something is fixed and so on. So just get in touch with us. What can you say about the golden weapons? So Eugen, this was
okay.
your idea, so
it wasn't my, come on, no, it's a team effort.
Of course.
Okay. So what can I do? What we wanted to achieve with the golden weapons is basically see if you guys are interested in the, I don't know, skins basically. The thing with it is the prestige weapons have their pros and their cons. These golden weapons are basically the same, but they look different. They give you the small perk of having your name in a golden sheet when you buy it. But what I can tell you for sure is that they are limited. So, for example, the chart tech, you're not going to see it again. So, I think it ended today, the sale. Yeah. There were like 2,500 or 2,500 pieces sold or something like that. And that's it. So, only those people will have it ever. It's not going to come back ever again.
Nova Elite Gamer, I guess, again, so there are definitely quite a few weapons from tier 5 and maybe up to tier 7 that are really community favorites. So some of them are asking if there's a chance at some point that maybe a golden cock or a golden red.
What I can tell you is that there's definitely a chance.
Okay.
I can't tell you when or how long it's gonna take until we're gonna have one there, but yeah, there's a real chance for that happening in the future.
Okay, Sad Gamer YouTube is asking, why can't you remove clone accounts from Android? There are still many clone accounts. So, if you want, you can take this question, or I can answer it as well.
Go for it, because we're still in the.
Yeah, you're still in the match. Okay, so you're still going for the next one. So, regarding the cloned accounts, our main focus has been first and foremost to stop the method of doing it, because obviously then the effort it's kind of like a Hydra head. Yeah, you ban a few cloned accounts and then hundreds of others show up. So our first focus was to stop this method, and we are quite confident that we have. And now we are doing this very extensive cleaning process that we're doing basically on a case-by-case basis. So we're checking each of these accounts that we think might be cloned, and we take a decision to remove them. The reason that why it's taking so long, it's exactly this, that aside from other issues that we're tackling, we're also tackling this, and it's people that need to invest basically hours checking manually, so we make sure we don't delete or ban rightful users. So it's still gonna take some time, but we're definitely confident that we're heading towards the end of cloned accounts, so to speak, because since it's not possible, they're gonna run out of these accounts eventually. So what's the next plan for the future? Modern Combat, Battle Royale. Well, we don't want to spoil too much, so these will be revealed quite soon. If Eugen wants to give you any peek at something, do let us know. If not, as I said, stay tuned on our channel for more news on that. Some players are definitely concerned with the clone accounts. How can we send report to you if any clone is found? So as usual, there is the option in game to report a player and just include in the description that you believe it's a cloned account, and we're checking those reports as well. So, but
also helps a lot if you're sending maybe a screenshot of the
dog tag.
Yeah, that would be very, very helpful for the team to do.
Yeah, so you have these two methods. Either use the report in game if you weren't fast enough, or basically if you didn't manage to do a report, just join us on the forum and give us a screenshot with the dog tag, and we'll investigate it. So, hey guys, when will you add higher tier weapons in the black market? Because I have 1,120k diamond dust. Any news? Are you guys going to continue adding more maps? So, whoa, these are quite a lot of questions. So, first of all is, when will you add higher tier weapons in the black market? So, I don't really understand your question. You're talking probably in terms of blueprints, and since you're saying that you have quite a lot of diamond dust, there is the option now to buy blueprints for the weapon that you want. You can buy like one blueprint every few days. So using diamond dust. So I don't really see what else would you like to see in the black market related to blueprints or prestige weapons. So just try to make it a bit clearer. Any news? You guys can continue adding more new maps. Do we intend to go in new maps direction?
Well,
sorry, it's a bit hard. I'll try to answer these questions and between games.
Hold on, we just released the map.
Yeah, like this update just brought a map.
Yeah, I mean, we appreciate the enthusiasm, but did you try the new dual map? It's called Abandoned Site. It's pretty good, but then again, you have to do duels, so go for it.
Okay. Nova Elite Gamer is saying it's good to know cross-platform is happening for Windows too. Sorry, but actually this is the only thing that will not be happening, in the sense that when we are going to release cross-platform, we are going to be iOS and Android, and Windows will still be separate, because we think that Windows players would have a bit of an unfair advantage just due to the controls. Yes, there are whatever controllers or even whatever adapters to connect maybe a keyboard or something to Android devices, but these are not very common, so and not really widespread. So we don't really believe that it would be fair to link the two. Another issue or another point that has been I noticed that you guys are raising is related to the cores, and you ask us, remove the core so that all armors get value. It will also reduce the players to use only one armor. We enjoyed playing with different armors, but now it's all about one armor. It's
well, it's not true, because we're always trying to balance them out. We're always trying to figure out ways in order to make the battlefield fair for everyone. And that's why, for example, in update 21 we released the I believe underdog core.
Yeah.
And that gives you a very
no, but underdog is the one with accuracy based on health.
Yes. So basically, you do get a boost against other cores that you may feel that are.
We also
no, but we have the anti-core, the disable that basically you trade your grenade for that. So this is the thing, guys. Generally speaking, from a design point of view, it's hard, or that's not even the issue that it's hard. It doesn't feel good for you guys either if we have something in the game for a while and then we simply take it away completely. It's like all these cores are all these abilities that were on the armors and some new ones and so on. So just having you play with them and then simply saying they are no longer. This may sound attractive for some players, especially those that have been playing the game close to its release and so on. So when there were a lot fewer mechanics and weapons and so on in the game, but quite a lot of you I've talked to and do enjoy using the cores. So as Andy was saying, we're trying different solutions in order to give you a better idea or a better satisfaction, no matter which faction you're on. If you're on the no core faction or on the give us more cores faction and so on. So as he said, the first one is actually ironically another core, the anti-core core. So basically the one that turns your grenades in core disablers. So if your issue is those abilities that are stacked, then that is a solution for it. The point that the point that was brought on before regarding this on the chat was that you guys use now you only use one armor and so on. I don't fully we don't fully understand this because before, when the abilities were stuck to an armor, like you're saying, oh, you want to play with your Izanagi, but then let's say the ability to appear as friendly on the radar and so on were simply stuck to Izanagi. So if you wanted to play something or another armor, but you still wanted to have that perk because it was it really changed the style of gameplay on Recon, then you didn't have the option. So with the core system, we do feel that you actually have access to a higher variety of armors. We do understand to a certain extent that the core numbers or the core slots influences this. And who's from Score? Oh, cool, Jack. Nice to see you. So as I was saying, we do want to make more armors that offer sort of the same amount of cores or core slots. So in that way, you have a variety of because there are just these two sides. It's either the abilities, or are you missing out on the abilities, or the looks, or the protection of an armor. So if both the protection and the number of slots is no longer an issue, then you have the freedom to choose your own look. Some players are they're saying we ruined the Vice, and so we should play now with it to see how it is. We do, as we said, we do agree. We can play with it, but we already agree with you that it's pretty bad right now, and we're sorry, and we do intend to buff it certainly. It won't be exactly as before because before, as quite a lot of you also noticed, it was a bit too strong, but definitely the way we approached it hasn't really turned out to be so successful, or it's not an enjoyable weapon to play anymore.
You just sorry to just barge in on it, but just so they know, like, you're not gonna have to wait for a month and a half or 2 months until you get the Vice fix. We're working on it. It's almost there. We just want to make sure that it's fun to play with, so we don't make the same mistake twice.
Okay, so Chorus Diaz says, please make 2 servers where 2 types of people can enjoy. For 1 server, remove the cores. So basically you're saying us to make or basically a separate mode or so on. As I said, we're not promising you anything, but we're definitely looking into different ways to to basically satisfy both camps. So this is a good suggestion, and I'm sure the devs will consider it, or especially since one of them is here and he can also talk with the team and so on.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I have to admit that I don't really know what he means. But he says, so Jason says, add a second fire button on the HUD after playing PUBG.
I know exactly what you mean.
Okay.
We'll look into it. It's a nice. It's a nice suggestion. Yeah. Thanks for that.
Okay.
Thanks, Jason. What else?
Yeah, some people are asking for a lower cooldown for the blueprints purchase and so on. We definitely want you to go through, let's say, all the game has to offer, so you can get blueprints from your squad, from your league in ranked matches, and these ones that you can, and even from packs, and also these that you buy within a few days. So yeah, the idea would not be just to grind diamond dust and just hit there and just get the weapon. Just instead try a variety of game modes and basically develop your skills as an MC5 player.
Yeah, I agree with what Radu says, but if there's real, like, if you really get annoyed of it, we'll look into it. So it's just a matter of understanding the game. We don't want people just rushing to the top weapons and then not understanding exactly how they work and getting frustrated.
Okay, so Chorus Diaz, whose main topic is Course. So he's talking basically about stacking cores. So he's basically saying that, for example, for the sniper class you have Gluton, Ambusher and some other cores, and all he knows is that it makes them 140 HP and just tanky overall. As I said, have you tried the new core that disables these? So essentially they would lose the HP and the damage reduction and so on. So it should definitely feel different. If not, please do tell us stories of your encounters on the battlefield, and we can better tell how we can approach them. So if you guys tell them, so I was against this sniper on streets and I fired, I don't know, 2 magazines, and it was actually his clone and I could never get close and so on. So do give us as many details about your combat experience so that we know how you guys feel or encounter it in order to change it or improve it. So there is an issue I noticed. Neoastrocity says, when in sudden death after you die, you keep spectating the person who eliminates you from an awkward angle, and if he dies, you get stuck looking at the dead body. I have to admit that this is the first time I hear of this bug, and so I'll just write it down and
keep it for later.
Yeah, we'll just look into it very soon.
Just to come back really quick on the topic of golden weapons, we already have the second golden weapon to be featured, I think.
Yeah, it's the second one.
Oh, the commander! Nice one.
And
no, it's not. Is it the commander one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He told me something else.
One of the things about this is the fact that it's not simply a skin, it actually is a second weapon in your inventory. I mean, you have the standard regular issue 6MG, and then you have the golden version that's also upgradable and customizable and all that. So without further ado, let's use this one in the next match.
I also saw someone asking about the Kanata.
Kanata?
Yeah, someone asked about the armor and when it's going to be available in the game. Well, it's actually available right now. Like if Andrei can show you.
Yeah. Yes, the event
just started today, so you can just go on ahead and grab it, I guess.
can you guys give the option in Android to start squad search with one player, like you gave in Windows users? That's actually quite interesting. I was never aware that Windows users are able to start squad. Well, as far as I know,
can't.
Okay.
They can't. There's actually we saw this, and actually it's something we're trying to fix in the following update. There's a desynchronization happening in the squad lobbies, basically. So, for example, if two players are searching for a match, sometimes you'll see one player in that team, sometimes you'll see two. It's just something really weird that's going on there, and we're definitely going to fix it.
So I guess to your question, unfortunately, no, but we're going to fix it for Windows players as well. Because the idea is, I mean, if you're looking for a solo experience, just queue solo. The whole thing about squads is but you and your mates.
You can't, even if you see someone playing on Windows and it seems like there's just one person. It's not happening actually. There's likely two people in the lobby and they searched with two people. They started the search with two people.
Okay, so one more thing, and I think I will kind of move to a different subject since we've been talking about the course quite a lot. So the reason, so Taz says the reason why we don't like the core system is because all players means using different armors that each had a different ability. So basically, I guess what you are, your main gripe is, and just as the other guy was mentioning, the sniper, is the idea of stacking cores. So we may experiment with even reducing the number of cores on armors, but this will be, we'll need to get your feedback. Like a lot of you will have to give feedback on this, because the last time we made these kinds of changes, you guys were quite upset when we introduced the so following your feedback that you felt that some armors were quite restricted or didn't have the core types that you find more useful for your characters. So when that happened, we changed the number of cores but also their destination, and quite a lot of you were unhappy, and it showed us that in your reviews and your Facebook comments and so on. So as I said, if we make changes, we definitely need as much feedback from as many of you as possible, so that basically the wishes of as many of you as possible are respected or are seen in the game, as opposed to just a few people that are and we do appreciate you guys that you come and tell us. It's just to make sure that everybody is heard. So it's it's nice. It's also Counterfeit I see in the game. He's our caster for the weekly tournaments. So hi Pete, if you can hear us. So add unicorns to the game. I don't think this is something that we intend to, but
unicorns?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I wrote that down.
So why random ban? You have no answer, so you're ignoring. We're not ignoring you, Zoro. As the prompt in the game says, you have to contact us in game, and we'll look at if you think that the ban was unfair or incorrect. It's not something that we can answer on the fly. It's not like by looking at your name I can't see your account or what's happening there. So just stick around, or as I said, contact us after the stream on the forums, and we'll try to help you with that as fast as possible. So, love the new dual map. Please add more maps for normal matches. A jungle or snow region map would be cool. So we're back to this question, so I guess it's...
I'm not sure if all of you follow Facebook or not, but the abandoned site map was actually decided on, like the environment and everything was decided based on your feedback. So we had the survey and you guys chose it. So we're probably going to do the same thing whenever we plan on adding a map. So you're going to get basically direct input.
Yeah, that's awesome. I think what they're actually find it different is that I think they want another normal, as in one that will be applicable to more game modes.
Yeah.
So we're really happy that you like this map. I know there's quite a few people even saying that they think it has potential if we make it a bit bigger to actually be a team battle. So who knows? We'll take this into consideration.
Yeah. Make sure you follow us on our social channels to get all the news about the upcoming stuff, teasers, videos, and all that sort of information. That's always where we post our information first.
Okay, so Sid is asking why Luke fire. So I guess it's probably talking about the Lux. Fire rating is low. So basically, Lux was or is a tier 3 pistol. So it wasn't intended to be so powerful. Basically, when we did the bigger rebalance changes. This is one of the weapons that turned out stronger than intended, and this is why in this patch we reduced the damage, since it was more powerful than tier 7 and even prestige weapons and so on, and people were just spamming it and even using it as a primary weapon, so that's definitely not the intention for it. So Stacker one says, Stacker is so powerful as compared to the Enforcer. I don't really know how you are comparing, or I'm kind of wondering. So for example, these kinds of things, when you say this weapon is stronger than that one, we need a bit of a scenario, since just to give you an overview of what's going on through my mind when I see these kinds of questions. So Stacker. So Stacker means you're comparing Sapper first of all to Assault. Enforcer being an assault weapon. So first of all, Assault has bonus perks, yes, to primary weapons, and also has a temporary Berserker buff, yeah, that it also increases damage. So when you are talking about a weapon, you definitely need to take into account what the class that's yielding it is also offering. So this is why I said, please give us sort of a scenario in which you feel a weapon is underperforming, and we'll definitely consider that. Other than that, as I said, if we're just talking about is this weapon stronger than that one, okay, we can look at the stats, but those stats will not reflect the in-game experience. So Neostrosity says you should balance the old weapons, especially the tier 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so they can be used to compete against the new armors. So as we mentioned before, basically the weapon tiers and armor tiers are something that you are sort of advancing through. So the lower tier weapons and lower tier armors will be sort of are balanced against each other. When you're talking about the top weapons and the lowest weapons, or the top weapons versus the lowest armors, then you're definitely going to find an imbalance, just because of the way the game has been made. So, but as I said, we do intend in the future to find better answers, and I'm not talking about answers here on the live stream, but I'm talking about answers in game. So basically features or things like that address these concerns related to lower tier weapons being more viable, being able to disable cores or use fewer cores if possible in a competitive play, and cross-platform. So these are definitely, or all three topics, although they are very different, they are all on the table or on the working table, so to speak. So the devs are already on it, so you should expect more soon. So someone is saying, fix the Bosk, it's stronger than Bramson. So again, so for example, for this I've noticed quite a few people mentioning Bramson as being a bit underpowered at the moment, so we're going to take a look at it for sure. I can't promise you anything, guys, and we'll also need feedback from you on how it's going to feel, because as I said, at the moment some weapons feel a bit less strong than they should be, just because of a few overall issues that we have. So. Okay, so you're talking about an equal game. So one serves again. I played from Russia. I cannot kill a novice player from behind the leg. So I can't. Unfortunately, I can't read your name, but I will say what you've just said. So you're asking why on some servers you have better ping than others. So I think somewhere on the line we are also planning to address connection issues, but definitely this is a very hard question to answer because it's all kind of relative. We don't know where you are from, or if you tried using any VPN or something like that, or any other reason for which you are connecting. So again, if you're experiencing connection issues or lags or anything like that, we need you guys to contact us in private, just so that we can take a look at your account and confirm with you certain information. It's not like we have a server there in Russia and it's shut down and it's like, oh, they have it enough and oh, they can't take it anymore, they're lagging hard, okay, let's switch on the fast power server, and that's the thing. Crank says on Windows a lot of guys can't scope in for some reason. Also the sensitivity is destroyed. We're looking on. We've also received this report of this, and we're probably going to see a fix somewhere next week or so on this issue with the scope on Windows. Global chat ruined and clone account still alive. As I said, guys, by the way, some of these questions or things have already been addressed in the stream, so not to repeat myself too much or sort of bore you guys, there will be a forum link in the description of this video where we will summarize what we have discussed today. And obviously you can also watch the video again or watch the earlier parts of the video to get an answer to your questions. So as I said, we've already tackled the lower tier weapons, cores, hackers, clones, cross-platform. So if your questions are related to these have already been answered, and you can check the answers as I've mentioned before.
There's something about skins, I think. Skins for specific weapons or something like that.
Anonymous is using so okay, so one of the guys is saying this guy Anonymous is using hackers. I think if I remember, I've actually played with this guy before. He's actually just genuinely good, but
he's so good. Well, to be quite honest, I've been playing for the better half of like 30 minutes now, and it's just, I need more practice, man. I really need more practice. These guys are just top notch. They are playing me like.
Oh, Nexus, Score Nexus, nice to see you. So yeah, that's the thing. We have MC5 staff, apparently a few pro players and some other guys, some MC5 fans. So definitely the teams are not balanced, so to say. But. I don't know.
Give me a frag, guys. Just one single frag per game. That's all I'm asking.
And what are you gonna give them in return? You gotta bribe them if you're asking for mercy. So SD Gaming is saying, why don't you add helmets of armors in events rather than bodysuits? So we normal players can also enjoy those abilities, like Oni's helmet, the unique ability that you can equip prestige weapons from other classes and so on. So the reason we don't have an answer for this question, but it's we'll take it as a suggestion. So we'll definitely discuss it, and we'll actually I think it can be possible to have an event with more helmets in the near future.
Yeah, definitely.
So as I said, we'll just pass it on to the person that's actually doing these events, and we're quite confident that you may see this in the near future. Enrique, the unpronounceable necessarily name, is saying MC5 Android is basically unplayable. Please guys, tell us what do you mean, if you're referring specifically to connection issues, so that you are receiving a message that you do not have a connection. Just restart your router and try again in a few minutes, or if you're using your 4G, disconnect or restart your connection and so on, and it should be fine. So New Atrocity is asking, this is actually a question that I'm actually wondering as well, and some players have been asking. So some players have been asking, for example, this guy New Atrocity is saying, in my opinion, the vice should be semi-automatic on PC. So I've noticed quite a few people asking for certain settings or changes to the weapons depending on the platform, specifically the way that they behave on Windows compared to how they behave on iOS and Android. I don't really know if that is possible or ever.
Unfortunately, I don't think so. Like, speaking about what Radu was saying earlier about having cross-platform between Windows, that's one of the reasons we can't do that. If we'd start tweaking the way weapons work on each platform differently, then cross-platform would be off the table. So completely, because everyone will have a different way of playing with a certain weapon.
Yeah, like the bullet, when the bullet leaves your weapon, it's supposed to do 50 damage, but the guy who receives it is like, no, it's much less.
Yeah,
My
version says it's less, yeah. Create and use global chart.
So can you fix Android calibration issues affecting a lot of players, and the matchmaking is all broken? We're not really sure if you are referring to some older issues. If you're having a calibration issue, again, all these players need to contact us on a case-by-case basis, because just as with the cloned accounts, we're quite confident that we have solved the issue in the sense that it doesn't happen anymore, but those that were affected still need to be sort of cured. And we're having a bit of a hard time identifying you guys from our side, so please don't hesitate to reach out to us through customer care, and we'll handle that as soon as possible. I mean, it's definitely a priority. We really want to help. We just need you guys to come to us. So SD Gaming says, I've experienced sensitivity problems in the update in the same settings as previous, but it felt odd. Unfortunately, we're going to need more details on this. So for example, this sounds like a very particular bug, so to speak. So again, please contact us with a few more details, like what was your sensitivity before, if you have any sort of recording or a way to estimate how it felt before. So let's say previously I was swiping, I don't know, a quarter of the screen, and I would turn 180 or something like this. So give us a few pointers on how the experience has changed, so we know what to look into. I'm not getting sufficient blueprints for tier 6 and 7 and prestigious weapons. Well, then there are quite a few options. One, obviously, saying get to a higher league so you can get higher quality blueprints. Just do more games and open more packs. And we're also will look into improving this if this is actually an issue. Though it's quite a surprise to me that you're saying the tier 6 and 7. I'm quite confident those are quite reachable for for the average player. So we'll definitely look into it if you believe it's an issue. Add chat inside the game. And also noticed quite a few people saying about voice chat. So, Eugene, what do you
Okay, so obviously it's something we've considered, we've heard you. Voice chat is something that's, I personally think it's something we need to have as close as possible as we can. But the top priority right now is bringing cross-platform to you guys. Once we've done that, yeah, as the next thing on my list is seeing how we can bring voice chat. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if we're gonna be able to put it in all modes, because that can get really annoying really fast, especially in free for all. But I think in team battles and all the other team modes, yeah, definitely something on the list.
It definitely sounds fun, though. I think, and I can understand the disruptiveness, especially in team modes. But in free for all, if you could just trash talk all the other guys, I think it can be fun. But definitely, so. Radu, when will I receive my credits? I don't know which giveaway you have won them in, but just contact Counterfeit, our streamer, and ask him. He should be able to confirm with me the competition that you've won them in, and I'll check. And if you haven't, so when will you receive them? To be more specific, I guess, since now it's Friday, I guess next week, if you haven't received them. People living in Africa getting high ping in Euro and APA server.
I'll take this one. I saw a number of you guys talking about that, and yeah, I've noted it down on my phone, and I'm gonna see what we can do about that. I'm not sure what to tell you right now. Yeah, I just need to check with the online teams, the server teams, and everyone, basically.
Matt O'Flags is saying, can you guys let us grind for Paragon instead of spending an insane amount of money on it? At least make it really expensive with in-game money credits, for example 50k for each part and so on. So well, if you want, I kind of know what you guys think about this, but if you want to have something specific to say, you can go ahead. So basically, the VIP system is just a way to sort of reward players. So there needed to be something there that isn't for everyone. So to guys, as a special thank you to you guys. We do understand that this has also made this armor quite desirable. I think from the discussions that I've had with the team that maybe in the future we may consider alternate ways either for you to get VIP points or maybe even pieces, and if we add something else for VIP players. So the short answer is maybe towards yes. Oh yes, I know you MC5 Hexer. As I said, we will look into it. I will look into it maybe even after this stream. You told me, and now that you told me that you're MC5, I definitely remember your name. So I'll check you after this stream. So you should have a nice surprise tonight if indeed this is what happened. There is a wall glitch on a new map, on a new dual map. Please fix it. I have to admit that I haven't noticed any videos on this. So if you guys have a video on this, or
even a screenshot, actually.
Yeah, or a screenshot, please send it to us on the forum. So we'll definitely want to fix it. We just don't know it yet. So tell us about it.
Wouldn't you know it? I actually managed to win, but then again, the credit goes to Anonymous. I just stood there taking the bullets.
GG guys.
Kudos to you, Anonymous.
So how about a community event where the players have to compete tasks together? Killed as community, 500,000 kills with tier 5, or as a community conquered zone. Yeah, that's quite interesting. I don't know if you've been around. Actually, last year we had this huge event where it was the whole community needing to raise like 1 million kills. So that was quite difficult from a tracking point of view, but it's definitely something that we were very happy to see that you guys really got into it and got to the milestones, and now we have no more energy in the game, so in multiplayer, so win-win. So definitely something that we can be looking forward to. So yeah, definitely. So when? We don't know yet, but it's I'm writing it down on the list. So we'll definitely come back with more info on that. It's a great idea. We really like it. So of course, yes, we spend money and time, but there's no point in playing because it's all about the snipers. So we definitely like to see if it's still all about the snipers. We definitely understand that snipers have been quite strong for the last few patches, but in the most recent patch we've touched the main sniper weapons in the game. So we'll definitely, as I said, watch the data and also your feedback and see if this is the case. I'm really curious to see or to know from you guys if snipers are still as popular or you find them as deadly, especially since some of you guys are saying like the Vice is unplayable and so on. So definitely probably less people playing Vice to begin with. The same should be for Dreadeye killing you from behind corners and so on. So and even the looks changed. So the handgun changed since snipers benefited most since they have a handgun bonus. We definitely think that, I guess in a way, snipers have been hit the hardest in this recent update. So if there are further changes that we need to make, we'll definitely look into it. But we need to see how they're doing right now after these changes.
Radu?
Yes?
Just as we are about to finish up with the stream, I would like to offer you the honor of playing a game against our boys as well.
Okay, yeah, okay guys. So let's make it this way. This game, the password is still 1234. So okay, I'm going to play with Andy's config. So let's say the last person to kill me, who joins the game, will get a new mask. So I will take your dog tag. If you're in the chat, you should tell me your or the mask that you want, and you will receive it quite soon. So I'll be waiting for you guys. While you guys are joining, I'm gonna look a bit more on the questions as well, just so. So Rabbit, oh hi Rabbit, by the way, nice to see you. Everybody is still spamming with Dreadeye in squad battles and in team battle. Everyone uses bro. Okay, I guess there was probably a comma there. And stalker. I don't really know what stalker is in this case. But related to the Dreadeye, as I said, we really just need to, I mean, the update has been out for almost less than a week, so, or almost a week, so to speak. So definitely let's see these, or let's try this discussion again.
Make sure you join. Make sure you join.
True. Thank you. Okay, guys. So let's see. One of the new masks on the line. The last person to kill me. So I guess so basically, just fix the server. Your ESL. So the last person to kill me, I will look at his dog tag after the game, and they will be able to choose a mask of their own. So Andy, if you wanna switch places a bit, just to keep looking. Yeah, just a second, so I can shift. Okay, let's get it on. So, the verb power, okay. And then they're gonna say, oh, the devs are never going to nerf verb power. Look at them, they're spamming it. That's the only way they can win.
I see a lot of people complaining about the English global chat not working on Android. I've noticed it, and when we finish this, I'm gonna go and check it out. Not much I can do right now. Okay.
Okay. as Radu has set up the match, it's a free-for-all with...
But you have the push.
At KB Gamer, we already touched cross-platform. Just check the video once we finish and...
Yeah, just very short. We are still working on developing a method of creating the game to be cross-platform, but as it is a monumental task, we need to take time in order to actually do this and do it good.
Okay. Real Gamer, my old loadouts have been reset. Please contact support or contact us on the Discord channel or anyway.
Forum.
Yeah, or the forum, and we'll look into it and make sure everything is right.
Yeah, so everything related to like profile resets, loadouts, score not updating, as you said, calibration, and even connection issues and so on. We just need you to contact us individually, and then we can take a look at it.
The password is 1234, guys.
Yeah, no, I think the match is
The match is pretty full, I think. Although.
Yep. I'm just, as you can see, you can almost not see my name, so it's definitely almost full.
Okay. Okay. What is your Discord channel?
We'll include a link, or actually, I'm not sure if you open it right now, if we won't get... No, actually, we won't get spam. So if you can open my Discord, we'll post a link on the screen soon.
Yeah, I'll just open up the Discord. We'll set an invite for Discord for the Discord channel, actually.
Okay.
MC5 Discord channel, and all of you will be able to join in.
Is the one called MC5 Community just yeah? No.
Just 1 sec.
That one, yeah.
Okay.
And while I do that, let's get back to Radu and his performance.
Let's
No,
not. It's not.
I definitely need to play, or I'm just definitely need to find a better excuse. So just need my own device next time.
Yeah, right.
No, it's the hard press. I have to admit, guys, I'm not definitely not used to this one.
So basically, if you guys will be clicking on this link that I've just posted on the YouTube.
So it's 19. Yeah. On the YouTube channel, I was thinking of simply adding a text with it. Just.
I'll also add it in the description. Just 1 second.
So until Andy finishes this Discord thingy, I saw some of you still saying that the Dreadeye needs to be nerfed to 2 bullets or stuff like that. Radu already mentioned it, but I'm just gonna say it again. The Dreadeye right now has less bounce, and the only issue we still have with it is that the animation still plays, but you don't get the damage from the bounces.
So just to, well, actually this is not the class. Okay, guys, someone kill me. Okay, so let's see. But I don't think you have any loadouts with an Oni.
I don't think so.
Tyke or Cog. Okay. No, I was thinking of getting a Dreadeye and just showing you guys what I mean. But by the way, so you guys have like 5 or 6 kills to kill me. So don't forget that the last person to get me actually gets a prize. Bosk. Okay, very nice. So is GEC is just teaching us or taking us through all the tiers, just ripping us a new one with any weapon possible.
When do you launch another prestigious weapons trials? It's gonna be soon. That's all I can say.
Yeah, we'll have our word. We'll have a word with our colleague that's handling live ops, and we'll see when we can schedule something.
So I think it was actually Reco, right? I'm going to just show the doc tags just for a little bit for the last few people that I've noticed, just to make sure. So again, I think it was Reco, since he had bunny ears and so on. So Reco, just tell us in game, say like on the YouTube chat, tell us what mask you would like to have from the new ones, and your dog tag, and I will confirm it's you with the recording, and we'll send it to you a bit later today.
Congrats!
Yeah, GG. MC5 Hackster, yeah, sure, we'll do a 1v1, but definitely not today. As I said, I just need my own device, which is actually right over there, but the whole stream thing is not set up for it, so definitely going to make some high stakes 1v1s pretty soon. And I'm glad you guys like this stream, and so we're definitely looking to do this again.
Yeah. And since we're gonna finish soon, I just wanted to say that the next update will bring a really, really cool new class.
Oh, what?
Shocker! Bye,
okay.
guys.
Okay, guys. So we'll catch you again, and if you like this, let us know.
Yeah.
Bye.
See you guys.